What is up, everybody? I am Scott Melker. It is Tuesday, March 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everybody is holding their breath trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the Bitcoin market. First, I have to pull it up. As you can see in the description, there were two winners to the contest. I had a video last week and I said anyone could try to guess the price of Bitcoin at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. That was yesterday. I intended to announce it during a live stream yesterday, but there were 600 people who entered and my team had to go through and figure out who won. And two of you were $15 away who said, let me look, 48,500. The price was 48,515. Those two people are in the description. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ziouf, Ziouf, and Helen, Downie. Both of you won. So I'm going to give each of you $100 instead of splitting the $100 because I'm that kind of dude. First, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I have to ask you to do all of those things because I'm on YouTube and that's what you do when you are a YouTuber, which is what I am. I put out daily videos now. I got one coming this afternoon. We ran out of time, but I went over all the news and still doing these live streams and podcasts. Today was my 100th podcast I put out. I didn't even realize it until somebody told me today. There was my 100th podcast, which was Camila Russo. If you're curious about DeFi, Ethereum, any of that, she is literally the industry leading expert on those things. So you should check that conversation out. 100 podcasts. That is so many hours of people hearing my voice. It's absurd. So yeah, I went over all the news in this video. I'm going to put it out later, but there was one thing, and I already went on a rant about it. You're going to see it in my video. But Elizabeth Warren today came out, the senator in the United States who failed at running for president, said that Bitcoin is going to end badly. Right. And she pointed at Janet Yellen's comments that Bitcoin is inefficient, that Bitcoin's used for criminals, and all the absurd, stupid, shitty narratives that we've heard all the time. And at this point, it just infuriates me when I hear politicians talking about Bitcoin ending badly as they continue to inflate away our future, print money, inflate the stock market, give bailouts to corporations, just absolute cronyism and corporate socialism. But yeah, Bitcoin, the thing that has a fixed supply and is outside of the purview of you people, that's what's going to end badly. Yeah, I don't have a link to it right here. Someone I see is asking, but it was news today and it will be in my video, which I will release a little bit after this. I love when people tell me that I'm lagging when inevitably it's their own internet. So anyways, just like every once in a while you read one of these articles, these news, and it just sort of like, pushes a button because of the irony and the hypocrisy, utter irony and hypocrisy of it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a couple charts here. First, here, you want to talk about the money supply? Here's the M1. This is the increasing money supply basically since the dollar was removed from the gold standard. 70s, doesn't quite go all the way back. Yeah, slow, steady increase. And here is 2020. I believe they increased the total supply of dollars by about 40% last year. 40% of every dollar ever printed was last year. But yeah, Bitcoin's going to end badly. Bitcoin's going to end total badly, but that's not going to end badly. Printing away value of everything. No, that's good. But anyways, to that end, let's look at the dollar because inevitably the dollar what happens with the dollar happens with everything. I've looked at this a million times for you guys, but this is the dollar since the Great Recession and this rising channel, ascending channel, rejected at the EQ, broke down here. Everyone was so bullish on the dollar here. It's reversing. No. Retest is resistance, dump. And here we are. But yeah, going back to the daily, yeah, we broke down from this channel clearly. I had drawn a thing here. I said we'd come back up and retest it. Couldn't do it again, but I think we'll come fill this gap on the way down. Everybody again, one big Chad candle. And no, the dollar's reversing. Everything's dead. The dollar's not reversing because they're printing trillions of them. How is the dollar going to go up? They don't want the dollar to go up. They want to devalue the dollar. It'll have its bounces. It'll have whatever, but I don't still see any narrative that gets the dollar like back to any certain level of value without going down. The dollar, it's hard to look at the chart. But when the dollar goes down, precious metals and things like Bitcoin, although they've become a bit untethered, no pun intended, tether, they tend to have an inverse correlation. So let's look at silver. If you were with me in the newsletter, I love silver, by the way. Very bullish on silver. After this test here and recapturing the range, this is where we were buying silver about $14, exited some at 18 and some around 21, and then the rest kind of around here, and have been buying the dip again on silver. I thought the top of this range would be retested, but as you know, when I trade something, I like to front run the orders. I'm happy to pay, 22 instead of 21.18 to make sure I get in and don't get front run. But, drilling into the daily here, we had this bull flag here coming just above that channel, as you can see, and we had the breakout and it's going up. And now I love this entry here. Such a good risk reward for an entry right on support here. And as you saw, the dollar started to dip and this is bouncing off support and heading up. The safest entry is still above this line, heading up to that target. But if you're the kind of person who likes to buy support, silver is sitting on support right here, right? And if the dollar continues down, inevitably silver is going to continue up. Commodities generally look bottomed out. If you missed my conversation with Crypto Burb a week and a half ago, he talked about this quite a bit. So, definitely worth revisiting there. Okay, I'm coming back to the comments. Can you tell about Elrond? It's good to invest in it now. I have to tell you guys, and this is nothing against you, Vicky. That's a great question. I can tell you that as an investment, I'm very bullish on Elrond. I love the company. Everybody knows that. But I'm never going to tell you if something is a good investment, because what's a good investment for me might not be a good investment for you. What you view as an investment might be something you're willing to hold for 6 months. And what I'm viewing as an investment might be something that I'm willing to hold for 6 years. Right? I don't know if you're asking about a trade. Is it good to invest in for 3 weeks? It's good to invest in. So you guys need to stop asking people on the internet for their opinions on your own financial decisions. Nobody can tell you because they don't know you. They don't have as much money. They don't know how much money you have. They don't know what your situation is. They don't know if you're single or if you have a family. They don't know if you're looking to put in 10% of your portfolio or 100%. Nobody on the internet can tell you what to do with your money. Your financial decisions are your own, and you are responsible for them. So stop blaming, not you. I'm not talking about you, Vicky, particularly, but stop blaming people on the internet for your shitty decisions. Because I say something, or some influencer or some chartist says, hey, this looks like a good entry. They may be looking to make 5% on it and have sold, and then it goes down. And then you come back asking, you said this was a good entry, it's down. Well, they made their money. You might not. You don't know when they're looking to exit. They're not going to update you personally every single time that they hit a stop loss or take profit. It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I don't even know how to close this comment right here. Dollar milkshake theory. I missed it over here, right? If dollar goes down, crypto prices go up. That has generally been the trend. Let me hear. I'll pull up a chart that shows you this. The dollar sort of drives everything. They're inversely correlated. Okay. Blue is Bitcoin. This is the dollar. Look at the opposing peaks and valleys, how consistent they are. Commodities, if you view Bitcoin as money, commodity, whatever, people view it like digital gold. So it behaves generally like gold, which is inversely correlated, at least generally, not like every single move, every single second, but look at it on this weekly chart. Inversely correlated. When the dollar is going up, Bitcoin is generally going down, and vice versa. A weak Dollar causes people to flee out of the dollar and look for stores of value. And if Bitcoin is now viewed as a store of value, that's what you have. Do you think that institutional investors in Bitcoin are collateralizing their Bitcoins or just holding? I think they're holding. I don't think that they're taking the risk of putting it on a platform or collateralizing it directly. I mean, most of the evidence shows that it's being moved. If they're buying on Coinbase, it's being moved out onto Coinbase custody or something like that. So no, I don't think they're collateralizing it. I don't think that's a risk that they would be willing to take, and I doubt they would collateralize a treasury asset that they're putting money into their cash reserve. Yeah, I know he thinks the dollar goes way up before it goes down. I disagree, but hey, anything's possible. Sorry, is Bitcoin correction over? Will it dip again soon? I'm going to take a look at that right now, but the answer is I don't know, and anyone who tells you that they do know is a scamming, snake oil selling scammer who wants something from you. Nobody can tell the future, so anyone who says they have an exact prediction or tells you what's going to happen, those people are lying ass liars. Lying ass liars. What do you think Bitcoin will reach in the next bull run? $1 million. Why not? Why not? I think this run will go 100, 200, mid 200s, 300s. Maybe there'll be a correction. Then we hit $1 million. We'll hit $1 million because one day Apple or Google or Facebook will put billions of dollars into Bitcoin, and the asset's so small that those things drive price. We've seen MicroStrategy alone with a $1.5 billion from Tesla and Square, Jack Dorsey throwing some pigeon crumbs. We've seen price go from 10,000 to 58,000. What happens when those buys are 10 times as big and there's 10 times as many companies doing it? We are just at the tip of the iceberg. I don't know how many of you guys watched my conversation with David Mercer yesterday. And if you did, I don't know if you understand who that dude is and how powerful he is, but LMAX Group is the largest Forex exchange in the world, and Forex is the largest market in the world by volume. Crushes the stock market, obviously dwarfs crypto. And LMAX handles institutional investment in crypto, 10% of the spot market they control, 10% of the spot market. And he literally sat there and said, I am a raging bull. I will tell you that this year, I can't tell you who, but we will have a major bank announcing that they'll be trading on our platform. And he was like, from what I'm seeing, institutions are coming, and they are coming here with a vengeance. Big money is coming. Goldman opened a trading desk today, guys. This is not the time. Who gives a shit if Bitcoin goes down 5 grand or 10 grand or up 20 grand? None of that shit matters. Hold on for dear life. Don't be the asshole trading every move with 100x leverage right now and losing all of your Bitcoin before it goes to $1 million. Hey, I'm in a mood today. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Warren pissed me off. Pissed me off. Do you think there will be a large altcoin market the coming years? Will Bitcoin take over? I think there's going to be a huge altcoin market, but I think that 95% of them will be proven to be utter hot, steaming dumpster fire trash and will go to zero, just like internet stocks did in the 90s. And that's totally fine. Let them go. Let them die. The funny thing is that some of them aren't even companies anyways. And even if the company that never comes out with a product dies, we'll still be able to trade their coins and make profit. So whatever. But here, I gotta take this comment off. I'm gonna go look at Bitcoin real quick. We looked at silver. Yeah. Bitcoin, this is the monthly chart. I'm just gonna keep reminding you that chart is super bullish. When you zoom out, stop being a jackass and trying to give your money away. I don't care if it's going down right now. It's in the top half of a macro channel that it's been in for 8 years. It broke the EQ, headed up. This is how you get, what I say, 200,000, 150,000, those numbers. That's how we get there. I mean, weekly chart, if you want to simplify it, this 42,000 level is a level that seemingly everybody is watching. So that means one of two things. You either get it front run like this, it doesn't quite get there and it goes above, or we're going to see this and then up. It could even be one wick and then up. Rarely does it bounce exactly where everyone's expecting, but you never know. The reason everyone wants that level, this was the top of the last move before it made that bull flag that I've shown and broke out through here on the Tesla news. So that's never been retested as support. That's a good reason that a lot of people are looking at that level. But I mean, I don't see anything particularly bearish here on the daily chart. This level clearly is blown. Don't even care about that anymore. Still have this target of 63,000, but hey, it got to 58. That's a pretty damn good move from this bull flag, whether it's exhausted or not. You know, if we're looking for an area that has a narrative, here's that, you know, this is right here. If this comes and gets retested and heads up, fine, great, terrific. But yeah, you know, as I've said a couple times, I don't know if we can pull it here, but you almost always get a 50% reactionary bounce from any drop. It's not a fib level 50%, but so once again, if you measure this whole thing, we failed to get above 50%. So this just looks like a reactionary bounce. As bullish as I am, I said it even in the newsletter today, I said, I really want to be above this 50% level. If you measure it here after that drop, this was the 50% level. This is where it was rejected. If you measured it here after that drop, still we're never able to get up to that 50% level. I bet even if we drill it down to the individual, now that one got to the 78.6. Yeah. You know, I want to be above this 50%, you know, so maybe we're coming back down. I don't know. Maybe we'll bounce right here. I have no idea what's going to happen. Nobody else does either. You know, I drew this the other day and I said, this is January, right? And we did exactly that. Didn't quite get to 28%, but, you know, what was this? 26.5% drop from the top. That's not a 26.5% retracement. It's a drop from the top. So fibs are different. But look, if you extend this, this is 2 weeks, not a few days. So let's extend this. Copy the drawing. I can't copy a drawing, but this came down and went up here and then came down some more and then did that, right? Like it looked like a Wyckoff accumulation. So it doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet completely. This is not like great, but it's also not exceptional volume. Honestly, we have no volume. It's all garbage. We had the volume here on the drop and then really nice big reaction here. And since then, volume has been decreasing. Another 4 hour, the 12 hour we had, you know, after all those bull divs I showed you guys, which were amazing. Here we were followed by that. Well, now we have some hidden bearish divergence, which is now confirmed. It was confirmed right here. So no surprise that we're seeing a drop, right? There's that hidden bearish divergence there. In this case, it's from here to here now. That's tried to draw something, but I failed. Here. That's the most recent div, right? So now we would ideally, you know, I bet on the hourly, we've almost got hidden bullish divergence. Well, it would be here actually. So all is not lost. I'm not really that concerned, honestly. I think this is just kind of rangy garbage trying to figure out what's going on. Let me see what's happening here. This is compelling for me, I will say. Since we had this move above 50K right here yesterday, formed a perfect descending channel. Down, up, down, up. A confirmed channel has to have 2 touches to the top and 2 touches to the bottom. Not only that, for it to really be confirmed, they need to be alternating. Down, up, down, up. This is confirmed. Descending channel statistically should break to the upside, right? So this is not bearish. But you could stay in the same bullish channel like this, down at 41 and then go up, or you could do one of these, hit the EQ, come up, or you can go up from here. But for now, this still looks like, to me, this looks like it's a little bull flag. Although, once again, you want to see up, down, up, down. This is down, up, down. It's fine. It's an idea. But this looks like the main resistance, and this looks like consolidation below it. And listen, this changed. Like for a while, we were looking at it like this, right? Oh, yay, we broke out. Well, we did. Formed a new pattern. But this is perfect. I mean, literally to the penny on every touch, right? That's what you want. So maybe this is consolidation under resistance, but for me now, the trade is, you know, this above, back down, and up. what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Coming back over here to the comments really quick. Lower high formed on 4 hours, sure. I see tweets about bots holding down a price to prevent breakouts. How does that work exactly? I don't know specifically, but like bots are mostly doing the trading, not humans. And so they just put up a huge sell wall, right? Put a huge, massive sell order that nobody's going to buy through. But what does that mean? It's so funny. People think a huge sell wall is bearish, right? No, it's not. A huge sell wall is not someone actually trying to sell in crypto. If they were trying to sell, they would put a bunch of small orders and not stop the price so it could continue up and they can make money. A huge sell wall is put there so that people can buy cheaper. You put up a sell wall, you know price won't get past it, and you keep buying below that wall, and then you lift the wall when you want price to go up. Same with huge buy walls. You think a huge buy wall is someone that wants to buy? No, it's someone holding up price so they can sell a bunch before they lift the wall and price falls further. Then maybe they buy again lower. Speaking of bots, my God, Twitter. I can't post anything on Twitter anymore. I'm thinking about turning my comments off. I know that would be uncool for people who want to engage with me and comment, but every single one of my tweets has 1,000 accounts with my face on them that looks like I'm commenting and scamming people. I had 3 people come in my DMs today threatening me, like cursing, crazy. I might even have them here. Like literally nuts. This guy called me a fucking hacking little gimp. It's pretty funny. And the account looks like it's coming from me, but his account got hacked and the hacker changed it to my face. This guy, piece of shit. And there's a picture of his account with my face and description on it. I will report you with computer crimes and I will publish what you do with other people's accounts. You think I'm like hacking people's accounts and changing them to my face so that I can scam under my own tweets? My God, man. But like, I feel like it's almost to the point now where, yeah, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? But all I can say is turn on two-factor authentication on your Twitter and whatever email is associated with it. Put two-factor authentication on that. Not SMS, not tied to your phone. Do not tie it to your phone. But make sure you have two-factor authorization on so that when someone tries to sign into your Twitter account to hack you, they cannot get in. You said, I have the blue verification, you're safe. No, that's not true. First of all, not everybody sees that, right? And that's A. And B, there was a whole scam going around where blue check accounts were getting hacked, and then they were turning those like smaller blue check account into my account and other crypto people and scamming inside the DMs. Ridiculous. Can you explain how to measure a move out of a bear flag or out of a channel? Where was that chart? No. Oh, here. So for a bull flag, you measure the length of the flagpole, which is where the move starts. Now, some people would draw it down here. I drew it here. You could start it here. It's arbitrary. Ain't math. And then you pull that, right? There's a log chart, so it looks smaller. And then you pull it from the exact point of breakout, and there's your target. Different patterns have different targets. I recommend that you guys check this out. I've mentioned this before. Patternsight.com. If you have questions about any patterns, this is Bulkowski's pattern site. It looks like it was made before the internet. Such a trash website, but you can find any pattern you want and find out exactly how to measure it, what it should be expected, etc., etc. Right? I don't even know if bull flag is here. I'm assuming it is somewhere, but whatever. You get the idea. Pattern site. Okay. So those were all of my thoughts on the Bitcoin. Yeah, look, I had a Coinbase support account trying to scam me on Reddit. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I had Twitter support with a blue check in my DMs telling me that I had been hacked and I needed to do something, and that's how they were getting blue check people. It was a fake Twitter support with a blue check, which was a hacked account from another blue check. No, it's trash. It's trash, and they're targeting people, and they're going to get them. They're going to get them. Sad. So the ETH is buzz killing my whole. It's harshing my mellow, bro. Right now, harshing my mellow, because this is a major trend line, and it looked like it was breaking. So this could still close above, by the way. So it's not like this is a 4-hour chart. 34 minutes probably won't. It looked like Bitcoin, Ethereum was ready to bounce there. It bounced out of this major demand area perfectly. I'm not saying it's dead or anything. Maybe it just does one of these and goes. But theoretically, this broke out. But what I said in the newsletter today was we didn't really see any volume. You don't see volume on a breakout. Sometimes you just get this. And you just keep going forever sideways. So not ideal, but I was looking for Ethereum to actually sack up and show a little bit of balls. Too much to ask from Ethereum. Just the like beaten redheaded step cousin of Bitcoin. But on the ETH pair, I mean, ETH USD pair is still above 1419, which is the previous all-time high. Kind of like not exactly the same, but that retest I was talking about on Bitcoin of 42K would look something like this. But yeah, there's a bearish candle. It's a bearish weekly candle, but not until this candle's bearish, and this one's still fine. But anything above this is still a nice support retest. So I'm not that concerned about Ethereum still, but I would really like to see this day end above this purple line. Guys, charts don't tell us jack shit. They're just possibilities. Draw all the pretty lines you like. Don't be surprised when you're completely wrong. I will not pull up the 1-inch chart just for the jokes. I can make 1-inch jokes anytime though. 7 inches. So Elon got hacked where you commented. No, he didn't get hacked, but he did get hacked before in the same hack last year that I got hacked in. We were all blue check accounts and someone hacked it from the inside. I wasn't here in 2017, 2018. Congratulations. How do you know if downward price movements are a correction versus the start of a bear market? I mean, you don't really know at first. Everything looks like a correction until it's not. Right now, all I can say, and anyone can say, is there's completely nothing out of the ordinary about what's happening, right? I mean, completely normal to see 28. So in the 2015 to 2017 bull run of Bitcoin, there were 9 corrections with an average of a 37% drop. And that was price going from like in the hundreds up to 20,000. There's nothing weird about what's happening right now. And we know that the miners have slowed down their selling, and that was obviously the aggressive selling pressure. We will go down to 33K. Here's my palm. Does it say that I'll be rich or poor in 2 years? I don't fucking know. Oh, your love line here says that you will get married in your 40s and have 17 babies, and 3 of them will be smart, but the others will not be, they'll be simple. You don't have a crystal ball, neither do I. Nobody knows what price it's going to. And the funny thing is, it will probably go to 33K, and you'll come back here and you'll dunk on me every single live stream. It'll be like, remember that time? Told you 33K, bro. Everybody should follow me on Twitter. We all make like 100 calls, and then we're like, oh, I'm a fucking genius when one of them hits. And then you're like, nobody pay attention to the 99 times I said something completely stupid. There's that bank. Yeah, I talked about that in my news video. That little bank is called Goldman Sachs. It's actually the biggest bank. They're the worst. One of my friends is like top 10 guy at Goldman Sachs. Sorry, Beck, you're not the worst. But yeah, they came into the market and announced they were opening a crypto trading desk in 2017, December, right at the dead top. And they made the same announcement today. But it ain't the same thing. And no one single bank making an announcement is a reason to call the top, even though Peter Brandt made a joke about it. Me? Well, I'm an asshole. Whatever, man. Probably talking about someone else, but feels like you're talking about me. It hurts my feelings. Well, let's look at ADA. Everybody's got such a chubby for ADA. Cardano, it's the future. Mary, forks and smart contracts. ADA looks awesome, but yeah, and they had their smart contract ADA fork Mary called Mary. It's also in my news video. I'm doing all my news. Yeah, they forked. They went and forked themselves. Somebody said, "Hey, Charles Hoskinson, go fork yourself," and he did. And now they've got a fork, and they can start deploying smart contracts on ADA only about 4, 5, 10, 7, 9 years after Ethereum's already been doing it. So yeah, maybe they'll be an ETH killer one day, but you're many, many years behind. ADA is cool, man. Third by market cap there, maybe for a while. I'm not sure if it still is, but from a chart perspective, this looks like it was kind of rejected and might have a little more downside. I don't know. I mean, let's look at the daily. Guarantee you there's some epic bear divs. Because you don't get that high without some of this. Some of that. I mean, I could tell you. I looked at it yesterday, so I actually knew. But I also, when I looked at it yesterday, I was like, yeah, you've got decreasing volume, price action rising, bear divs. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with ADA, but yeah, try to get it lower. Be greedy. Get that better entry. Maybe it reverses right here and makes me look stupid. I don't know. Y'all. I don't have my future thing. Yeah, buy ADA when it tips again. What the fork is going on here? Hey, J Stock Stacks. I think you're J Stacks. We discussed this, but I want to call you J Stocks. J Stokes. This guy won $100 when I was giving away $100 in Bitcoin every single day. And that shit tripled. Almost 2.5 times it went up since I gave him that. What can I say except you're welcome? Use the fork, Luke. A lot of good fork jokes here. Is Peter Brand a hairy bear? As far as I know, he's been very bullish. When I talked to him, he was extremely bullish, but that was at like 18K or something. This is barely the top thing witnessing the new floor. Sure. Right? So, yeah, J Stocks. Stackies. Hey, let's like 9 people commented earlier that they wanted me to look at Doge. Should I? Do you really want me to? It's our point. How many times do I have to talk about this? Here's your Doge cycles. This is no different. It just went higher because of Elon Musk. I personally, this is on the Bitcoin pair. I want to buy Doge here. That's it. It's where I'm buying Doge again. I bought it here. I had it in my newsletter for months. People were like, Doge isn't moving. I was like, be patient. The dog always delivers. Yeah, it probably would have gone to like here, and Elon Musk pushed it up to here. But guys, that was it. All the volume was that one time. Nobody cares anymore. Sorry. Doge's sole purpose in this world is to be an amazing, fun meme that makes us Bitcoin. But you don't trade Doge on the dollar, which is what you people are doing. All right. If you need some hopium to put in your pipe and smoke, I don't know. You could say it broke out there, but say, hey, if it breaks that, maybe you think it's going to go up. Maybe you've got an inverse head and shoulders here. I don't know. All I know is there's no reason for Doge to go up unless Elon Musk tweets. It runs cycles. That's what it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of 9, 10 historical pumps. Every single one of them for all time lands down here between 35 sats and 15. My newsletter folks will tell you, I was saying I'm buying Doge here, 15 sats. 15 to 19 sats. I also sold it like right here. I did not ride that whole shit. I didn't know it was going to go that high. But this is not like the future of money. It's a Shiba Inu on a rocket. That's what it is. Love you guys. Doge it's fun. It's great. Do I think that XRP is like Doge in this respect? No, XRP is like, I don't know which respect, but XRP is like the opposite. XRP is actually centralized. It's not fun. It doesn't even have a cute dog. And every time it goes up, XRP Treasury sends coins to exchange and dumps on the very people who are supposed to be there. They're sporters. Think I'm in the wrong stream. Wasn't it supposed to be out cooking? I don't. Yeah, that's the recipe for having fun staying poor. We miss. I mean, she's not. Yeah, she's doing stuff. Did your laser eyes make the top? No, I put my laser eyes on around 55K, so we squeezed another couple percent out. But you'll notice that I did it for fun, and I removed them immediately when I realized that I was becoming a meme and a top signal. You guys were the ones who bullied me into the stupid laser eyes in the first place. Oh my God, so sad. People want me to look at Link. Everyone wants to look at Link. Let's look at Link. I think I've got some better shit to do. You're my only friends. Oh, Link looks like every other doo-doo coin situation. Let's look at the Bitcoin pair. I haven't looked at this in a while because just that compelling. I mean, that's a breakout. Just cool. Hey, look, an alert just went off because I moved the line. That's tight. I got a lot of alerts, guys. A lot of alerts. I told you that's how I trade. I look at a chart, draw some stupid lines that nobody in the world could possibly care about, put alerts on them. YOLO. Yeah, this looks like it dropped down. It's kind of ranging here. I don't know, man. Looks fine. It's kind of doing nothing. Sometimes it's fine to just be like, hey, this is doing nothing. Do I think Link will do exceptionally well in the future? Sure. You could say this is kind of breaking out, I guess. If that's your thing. Not my thing. So we'll go on the 4 hour. What can I say except you're welcome for the wonderful world you know. So any way to say you're welcome. I'm going to need that boat. Sailing away. Maui. All the parents here know that shit and are really mad that I'm singing at it because they've probably forgotten about it. There's a new Disney movie coming out with some chick and a dragon. I have to watch that and then listen to the soundtrack 9,000 times on repeat. I mean, this is fine. I want to be above this. There's just nothing happening with Link, honestly. There's nothing to look at here. Looks like it got rejected here. You even pull it up here. I don't know, man. Not much encouraging to see on this chart right now. It's just kind of is, you know. Link is just kind of being Link right now. Just having some alone time. Yeah, maybe down here. I don't know, but I think Link will do really, really well in the future. So buy the fucking dip, right? Shit. I don't know. Honestly, there's not much to see on charts right now because Bitcoin, like I'm not trading. Why would I be trading? You don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. You can't know what alts are going to do. Like, let's be real. Let's be really real, son. You want to be real, son? Let's be really real, son. If Bitcoin could go up hard or it could go down hard, do you think either of those scenarios are good for altcoins? No. You want Bitcoin to go up and then chill. And people not be fearful, and that's when altcoins look amazing. I mean, Bitcoin dominance has just kind of been chopping it up. I don't see any reason to chart this at the moment. Doesn't give us any information. Wicks up, down, all around. Gross. Dumb. Ugly. Stupid. Chop. Oh, look, I drew a line. That's cool. Look, I drew another line. Didn't mean to. Let's find maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I think that we've corrected enough. It's a nice drop. So maybe we'll go back up. Going back over here to talk to you guys about internet money. I don't know. You see alts start going nuts for a day or two. Maybe it's pretty cool. Maybe it's cool. I don't know. I'd say that it's a matter of feel that you know when it's safe to trade alts, but people can attest to the fact if they're in my newsletter, I haven't been sharing that many alt setups because I'm not that confident in them, and I don't want people to trade a market that I'm not confident in. Scott, do you trade DeFi coins? Are they just for pump and dump? I trade them, sure, and I don't think they're just for pump and dump. I think what people are seeing, right when they come on the market, the bots, like a brand new one. So like when you're doing public sales and stuff, the bots pump these things to hell and then they dump it hard. So at the beginning of every chart, you see this crazy thing, and then you see them kind of go sideways and chill out. I like to try to find entries in the good ones when they have chilled out. The bots sell, and then like the pre-sale people, whatever, probably get their tokens and they kind of sell, and then you can start looking at them. But like, everyone knows, like I'm a huge fan of everything on Polka Starter. I've been trading polls, but invested in it for a long time. So I think that, listen, if you're looking to take a small amount of your money, a small percentage of your portfolio, and you're looking for something that could do like a 50x or 100x, these DeFi coins are a good place for that. But they can also go to zero. And if you're trading on an exchange, they can go to zero. Whatever. Someone asked about waves. I looked at that a lot recently, but not in the last couple of days. Let's take a look. I cannot even imagine how many charts I have saved in this thing. I have 5 wave charts, apparently. Well, waves, I said it looked like the Bitcoin bull flag that started at 42K. It made it to 14 instead of 15. Okay, cool. Actually, it looks like it's finding support here. So that looks pretty good on the USDT pair, but it kind of looks like it's breaking support here on the Bitcoin pair. So I'd want to be back above that. Definitely back above 1940. Cool. The world's fastest waves review. Thoughts on Sovereign? I love it. So you can actually see I did a podcast with Edan Yago. Yago, he calls himself a cheerleader for Sovereign, but he's effectively the person who created Sovereign. I mean, I love the idea of DeFi on Bitcoin, and so we did the podcast. The dude blew my mind. I thought he was amazing. I've told this story before. And then we started talking offline. I was like, take my money. So I invested a chunk into Sovereign. And I think it's really an amazing, amazing project. So yeah, I like it. I saw that Badger got listed on Binance. I haven't seen what the price action has done. I'm also friends with Chris Spadafora. Also had him on the podcast, who's one of the, and Amir, who are the founders of Badger. And they told me to buy early, and I didn't. Like, I just blanked on it. They were like, come join the community. I tell this story all the time, and it went up a bajillion percentage. Matic had the move of the century. I don't know what it's doing now. I'm in Matic still. I just dropped my chopstick. Which pair is this? I mean, look at that. These were all of our entries on Matic, right? Made it to 540 sats. Yeah, you're going to see some retracement there. Not too worried about it. It's fine. Got some sand. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that deep, but that's cool. That's CoinMarketCap's NFT project, right? Cool. Perfect. That's an engine coin. I had a trade on engine coin set up in the newsletter. I stopped tracking it, but I think it popped today. Yeah, this was it. It went below, obviously, so you might have gotten stopped out, but these were the entries. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great. NFTs, video games, whatever. It's cool. It's cool. I don't know what Spark Point is. I don't think. Sorry, VGX. You can't chart VGX. Can't chart it. I can chart BQX, but I saw that Voyager, who, listen, I hold VGX just to get a interest bonus on Voyager. It's amazing. You get a 1% boost on your interest on everything you're holding on Voyager by holding, it was 1,000, 10,000 VGX, which now is like $70,000 or something. I don't know, $6, $7 for VGX. This is the Bitcoin pair. It looks good, by the way. They just cut that in half, which they kind of had to do, right? Because the coin went up so many hundreds of percents that nobody could afford to hold it to get their, yeah. Do you still like Electroneum? Yeah, I never looked at the coin too deeply, but Richard L is the CEO. I had him on the podcast as well. they're just awesome. Like really trying to change the world, like one person at a time, really trying to work on mainstream adoption. I think that they're amazing. So yeah, I like them, but somebody found a channel pirating my videos. Oh, cool. You'll have to tell me offline who it is, but nobody's going to do anything about it, unfortunately. Someone asked me to look at Theta. I don't know. I didn't know that this would turn into all request hour. You know, DJs hate requests. Theta. That actually looks really good. I'm going to get rid of these EMAs. That's 2150, 200 EMA. But what I can tell you looks good about this is it broke the range highs and actually closed above, unlike this. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here with altcoins. Oh, shit. That's an all-time high, too, isn't it? No. Yeah. So it got rejected at the all-time high here. But yeah, I mean, it's breaking this range. It's been in this range for quite a long time. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you. What else dropped me? Step 2. Name that song. Name it. I think if it holds these range highs, this is going to go into price discovery. You would hope. But Bitcoin could ruin any setup right now. So that's really important to remember. All right, BNB. BNB I was super into, and then it got super lame. Broke this support, but this looks like a big bull flag, right? I mean, let's get rid of this just for BNB looks good. I mean, it broke out here. This was a trade in the newsletter, so you got it from 225 to 250. It's 10% move. Maybe it's doing this. I don't know. Right? Cool. I don't see anything I would like to see it above this line, but I don't see anything to panic about. What was the other one somebody just asked about? Algo. I'll go check it out. I don't know. It's doing nothing. Ooh, okay. Well, if you're looking at the USDT pair, you wait for this to break, and then you have a strong release. But it didn't happen yet. On the Bitcoin pair, I don't know. Low, high, higher, low. Wait for a higher high. I don't know. Get above this. For now, this is a generally bullish market structure for a reversal, though. Something like this. I don't know. Right? So if you find a nice little support here, should be heading up. If you break down, really good risk reward on a trade like this, right? Because if you enter here, I'm not saying you should do it. I don't care. Live your life, man. Live your life. Hey. But you just like put a stop loss here, and if price keeps going up, you just keep raising your stop loss. It's always nice to have an ascending support under you. Whoever said Aaliyah was wrong, but I love that about you. I love Aaliyah. Back, forth, and forth. What was the best Aaliyah song, would you say? I like Back and Forth. That was her early stuff. Try Again. That was a great song. And Aaliyah had jams. She was gone too early, man. She met R. Kelly a little too early, you know what I'm saying? Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Change positions. Hey. Stroke it, babe. Stroke it for me. Stroke it for me. Yeah. How about Polka Dot? My mood has improved throughout the stream. I'm over Elizabeth Warren. People just scamming in my comments, man. The scamming is people yelling at me about scams. I don't know. Dot looks fine. I don't know. Maybe move it here because your bias has changed. I don't care. I don't know. Dot looks fine. Dot is gonna do what Bitcoin does. It's this far from price discovery against Bitcoin, though. So at this point, you need this, which it kind of did here. Unfortunately, you could have gotten faked out, but I want to see this. Stroke it, babe. Stroke it, babe. Stroke it for me. Stroke it for me. I did a remix of Rock the Boat with me beatboxing. I'm going to look it up right now, see if it's online still. Watch this. Y'all can't see it, but I'm getting it. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I've remixed literally everything. See, I just put it in the comments. There's a YouTube video of my remix. I just did VGX, which is BQX. VGX is BQX on Binance. I know it's confusing, but whatever. Timbaland, secret to everything. What about Big Pun? What about Big Pun? Also died too early. Not a player. Crushes a lot. Man, Big Pun was an absolute beast. Little brown hairs everywhere. You nasty twin. I don't care. Around here, they call me Big Pun. Hit you with the big gun. Right. Yeah. Hot time. Hot and bubbly. From in your spot now. You straight up punish me. And you don't stop. And watch the palm get wicked with a them chicken night. Don't stop. Get it, get it. I used to always beat juggle the beginning of that song. You know, tune. I used to do that every time I DJ'd pretty much. Pretty much every time. I don't know what HTR is. Is that something? I've never charted that. Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't have that in here. Maybe we got a new chart for HTR. Is that a thing? I don't know. Let's see. Hodor. This is what your chart looks like, dude. The fuck is that? Oh, look, 15-minute. It's going sideways. Glad we had this talk. Stroke it for me. Stroke it for me. Biggie Smalls. Question mark. Greatest rapper of all time. That's not, I mean, it clearly just hit KuCoin or Huobi or whatever that was. Zill, all right. I'm not afraid of Zill. Need more coffee, man. Zill's boring. Zill is doing that thing where it is boring. It's above support. I don't know. Guys, there's nothing to see with altcoins right now. There's nothing to see here, children. Move on. Silver bouncing. Hey, look, guys, I printed more money while we've been talking. Brrr. We've seen enough charts. I would play the music in the streams, but then I get copyright issues. Right? And then, like, it's a whole thing. I tried to play Rage Against the Machine. I raged too hard against the machine, apparently, and they took my video down. Oh, the irony. I have probably 10 remixes that I've done of Biggie. There's a whole playlist, Happy Birthday Biggie, somewhere on my SoundCloud. It might be down now. I don't know. They've taken so much stuff down. But I've done so many remixes of Biggie, it's almost comical. Most underrated hip-hop album, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side by The Far Side. Maybe the greatest rap album of all time. Maybe. Seems that link I posted was for this stream, not the remix. Well, that's lame. That is lame. You'll have to Google Rock the Boat Melker. You'll get it. It's like Unplugged Remix, it's called, or something. I can play some of my own music on the streams. I don't really know how to play music on the streams. You have to like make a video and then play it behind it. I don't know. It's all super weird. It's all super weird. Lil Baby's trash. Have you heard of ERT? No, I don't know what that is. Sorry. When logarithmic or linear, sometimes you see a breakdown of one and the other contradicts. I just stick to logarithmic because I think the relative move is much more important than the dollar value of said move. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp. Jay-Z or Nas. I would have to say that Nas, first out, early Nas is better than Jay-Z, but Jay-Z has a much better catalog and career. So like 16-year-old Nas is one of the best, that album is one of the best ever, but Jay-Z had a longer and better career and a lot more good music. Nas just kind of fell off. Like nobody even gets excited now, right? So I would say Jay-Z historically, but Nas probably has. If you were saying like who has the best album, Nas, Illmatic. Although Jay-Z's probably least hyped album and best is Reasonable Doubt, which was his first album when he was young too. Wu-Tang, yeah, I used to DJ for Raekwon. Y'all might not know that. I know all the members of the Wu-Tang clan except for Old Dirty Bastard I've never met. That's it. I've met the rest of them. Reasonable Doubt is insane. Yes, it's one of the greatest albums of all time. Yeah, Voyager has been an absolute beast. Armin van Buuren or Paul Van Dyke? Paul Van Dyke, it ain't even close for me. But I was a really big dude on Paul Van Dyke. I used to drive up from Philly to New York to go check him out at Twilo. Amazing. At this point, guys, hey, listen, if you're here for like charts and stuff, I'm probably done. I'm just kind of talking shit for a few more minutes before we leave. It Was Written was good, but Illmatic is one of the best albums of all time. So you're right. If you're going to put out one of the best albums of all time when you're a teenager, you need to follow it up. And he never managed, in my opinion, to follow it up. Affirmative action, yeah. Yeah. Sip right, relax, drink your cognac, sip your cognac, there's money through the laundromat. Yeah, I know that song. Yeah, I love that song. Jedi Mind Tricks is sick. Kanye, no. Insanely talented producer, maybe a good rapper. Oh, just horrid personality, difficult person. And I've interacted with Kanye quite a lot in my actual life. So here's a crazy story. If you're into rap stuff, I lost like 200 people when I said I wasn't going to do charts. No surprises there. But so I was living in Philadelphia. It was probably 2002, 2003. I don't know what year The College Dropout came out. My friend David Gensler from Philly got the job as like head of marketing for all of the Rockefeller properties. And he was like, I'm going to hire you, come up. That was the reason I was going to actually leave Philadelphia and go to New York. So I came up to have a meeting at Rockefeller. So I had a meeting with Damon Dash, who was literally doing boxing training while I was talking to him, trying to get hired. And then I went in the other room and they're like, hey, this is Kanye West. We're working on his album. And I sat like in the corner. I wasn't a part of it at all. But like while Kanye was like looking over what they'd done for the artwork of The College Dropout. Pretty sick. And maybe 2-3 years before that in Philadelphia, there was this party on Tuesday nights called Black Lily at a place called the 5 Spot. And I used to DJ there. And like in retrospect, it's so insane thinking about this. So every single Tuesday night, the Roots were the house band at this party called Black Lily. And so like the Roots were not big yet. And it was like this tiny little place, like 5 times the size of this room. I mean, really not that big. So they were on stage and it was like the whole Philly neo soul movement. It was basically an open mic night. So the Roots would just like play covers and stuff. And like Jill Scott, Kindred Soul, Music Soul Child, all the Philly neo soul people would come through all the time. And one of the nights they had like sort of like an open producer mic night. And Kanye came down from New York, literally rolls in the place like with his backpack on and his MPC and just gets up there and starts banging out beats live. Like he wasn't a rapper at all yet, whatever. The legendary Jazz Cafe, that's there too, but no, it was called the 5 Spot. It was a swing club. Like literally like, yeah, big smack daddy 1920s shit. But on Tuesday nights, they did this night. SWV, yes, Sisters with Voices. Incredible. See, this dude likes Twista. Why don't we? Them hoes lie. We know they lie. Twister, you told them right. I can make you celebrity overnight. I see you in Apple Jam Central on the way to want to know your name. Yeah, I know Twista. I know all musics. I have a lot of stories, man. I was there. I was lucky in Philadelphia at that time, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, just because I was a DJ. And I was nobody. Like I was like a DJ at colleges and I did like crappy bars and stuff like that. But I was there, like, so 611 Records was like the electronic spot. So I'd go to 611 Records and I would hang out with Nigel Richards, who owned it. I became friends with King Britt there, Josh Wink, who was like at that time one of the biggest DJs in the world, Josh. And then you had like Diesel Boy for drum and bass. It was huge at the beginning of the drum and bass. It was like Goldie and Diesel Boy were the two biggest drum and bass dudes in the world. And then you had like the whole hip hop movement and neo soul all happening in Philadelphia, and it was small. So it was like all happening downtown. You could pop into a bar any given night and see all these dudes just like playing locally. So I became friends with all these people because I was just like a hustling ass aspiring DJ. Yeah, Josh Wink is an old friend of mine. Higher State of Consciousness might be the greatest electronic song of all time. Yeah, y'all know that song, right? From the 90s. So good. Yeah, man. And I was there. I can say I was there. I met everybody in those days. Pretty amazing. Put yourself out there. Yeah, I never had much shame. Had a lot of confidence. Fake it till you make it was always my sort of mantra when I was young. I definitely had overabundance of unimportant confidence. I only met Eminem once and never knew him at all, unfortunately, because he's fucking amazing. Going through some more. Thanks for the rap. You read him. Should you be worried if my wife? No, that's why you marry your wives. My wife, Emmy, I know she doesn't look like it. Y'all see her. Looks sweet. She is a devastating hood rat at hip hop karaoke. Knows the words to everything. Just slays hip hop karaoke. Slays it. Your parents are doctors. My dad is a doctor who's an academic. So he worked at the University of Florida. His whole career, he ran the emergency room at the University of Florida. And my mom was a teacher. But I played the piano from like when I was 4. I was a competitive piano player when I was a kid. I played the saxophone. I thought I was a singer. Like I was just a really like outgoing lunatic, and I loved music. So even when I went to Penn and like was going to go to Wall Street and stuff, I don't know, I started DJing college parties and there was just nothing else I wanted to do. So I just kind of did it. I played a concert with DMX once, but he was over the hill. Did I meet any NWA? I've met Ice Cube before, and I've met Dr. Dre once, but only, again, it was like at a party and a handshake, but I don't know. I've never like talked to any of them. How'd you get to crypto with your music history? I don't know. 2016, my DJ career was sort of like ending. I was old. I was aging out of it. And 3 of my friends, 2 were musicians, started talking to me about crypto. I started to check it out. I'd already been trading other stuff. And then I saw these like crazy pumps and I started buying stuff and it started going up. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I made a bunch of money. And then I sort of found out what it was about and actually became passionate about it. But because I was able to make that transition, I was able to become passionate about crypto and do relatively well early, which is usually a curse, honestly. And it's kind of history from there. Yes, I played the saxophone. Bone Thugs, my wife, did Crossroads in its entirety, word for word, at karaoke in New York City one night and just devastated the crowd. Wrecked them. Yeah, look up Scott Melker or the Melker Project. All my stuff's on YouTube. I got kicked off SoundCloud, which was basically the end of my career. I've talked about it a lot. Some of my SoundCloud stuff is back up, but I had like 70 million listens on SoundCloud. Then I got removed for copyright. We moved it to YouTube, but it never really caught on there. Crypto is the best thing that happened to you? No, my wife and my children are the best things that happened to me. Crypto's close. Inverted head and shoulder on the 4-hour. Oh, let's look. Oh, sure. Wait, what did he say? Inverted head and shoulders. I thought he said inverted hammer. I don't know. There's no inverted head and shoulders yet, but we could get one. Let me find a cleaner 4-hour chart. Trying, failing. Not here, but I'm assuming you're talking about this, potentially this. right? But for that to confirm, you would need a break of this neckline. So it's only an idea unless it breaks above that. But sure, why not? Why not? My educational background is in anthropology and music. I hated finance. I thought it was trash, and I never wanted anything to do with it except for trading. Is NFT the new CryptoKitties? I would actually go ahead and argue that CryptoKitties are the old NFTs. They're the original. Yeah. How did I get my nickname? I don't have a nickname. What's my nickname? Old school pre-2000s Snoop Dogg. My friend Josh was on here recently. I shared it on Twitter, but nobody believes me. I have the flyers somewhere. But I did a release party for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is that artwork right back up there at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Emmy was there with me. It was the year before we had kids. And the lineup at this place that held 250 people was my release party. It was me, Snoop, Wiz Khalifa, DJ Ski, YG, and like Lady Gaga was there, Diddy was there, and there was like 200 people in the room. That was probably the craziest night of my whole life. I actually did a 8-part NFT, which was one of my tracks on Block Party many months ago. Then I just kind of forgot about NFTs, but it was really good. Discovering a head and shoulder like discovering a big trade. No, it's not always really accurate. They often fake out. You need to have the volume to confirm. So that doesn't always work out. I think Super Farm looked sweet. I didn't get in on it. I tried. I was supposed to just like you guys, I was trying to get on the whitelist for the public sale and I didn't. Holy shit, you're a giga big shot DJ. I don't know about that. I was like a D level DJ, like the festival flyers like this. There's big names and there's medium names and there's like small to medium names and there's small names. I was small names. I was there. I was at the party, and so I would like headline like college shows. Or I would go and like be the opener for a college show for some really, really big act or something like that. Do you have any tools such as S3 to check the short on specific stocks? No, I do not. Gets the gas face. Dude. MC Search, I used to really love. Third base. Nickname Wolf of All Streets. Oh, Wolf of All Streets. That nickname. I guess I do have a nickname. So I put that up one day as a joke because people kept saying, shut up, DJ. You don't know anything about charts or crypto. And so one day I was like, I said on Twitter, I was like, you can do whatever you want in this life. Don't let anybody tell you shit about what box they're going to put you in or what they think you should be doing, or because you used to do one thing, you can't do another thing. Bitch, I'm the Wolf of all streets. I'll do all this shit. Music, trading, don't care. And then I wanted to take it down and people started calling me Wolf. But yeah, don't let anybody put you in a box. I don't care if I was a DJ. Being a DJ does not mean that you're not qualified to do anything else ever again in your life. People that say that are losers who are putting themselves in one box. Favorite woman rapper? I don't like to differentiate women and male rappers, but Lil' Kim. Probably Lil' Kim. I used to love MC Light though. Whew. Yeah, but that's how I got the name. I gave it to myself. I'm not lying. And I didn't intend for the Wolf of All Streets to be like some long-standing nickname that I was going to have. I put it up one day as a joke because I was like, you're not going to tell me what I can't do. And I still get that shit. That guy Whale Panda, who's got like million gajillion followers, is the one who's tweeted that I had bought my account from some DJ. That I'm not really me. And that because there are super sleuth fucking Sherlock Holmes skills over there, since everybody's an amateur private detective, that I had never tweeted about Bitcoin before 2017. So the fact that I first mentioned it in late 2016, early 2017 must mean that I was not the same person. Or maybe rationally, I just never tweeted about Bitcoin before 2016, 2017. Yeah, but that dude, and then Charlie Shrem jumped in right to the conversation. Was like, Whale Panda, we're friends, but you are wrong. Scott is Scott. I know him. And that was really funny. That was really funny. Let me see. Man, do you think we're really repeating alt mania? Are we still early in that sense? Yeah, we all have PTSD, but I think we're repeating it. I just think there's going to be a lot of pain along the way. People don't remember that alt seasons are like 1 week at a time. And then it'll be like 3 weeks of Bitcoin wrecking them. And then 1 week of alt season, then 3 weeks of, whatever. Hey, dude, I wasn't early in either. I got here 2016, 2017. I was super late, right? Yeah, but you ran Philly tonight. Jason, who are you? Do I know you? Jason? Jason S? Because yes, when I graduated college, that was a funny story. So I started a company called Philly Tonight with some friends in my senior year. It was a nightlife website in Philadelphia. I was DJing. It was like a way to be more cool as a DJ. We were like the first nightlife website in Philadelphia. But I moved to New York for a job. And I was going to DJ, but my job was to be the assistant to this famous booking agent named Johnny Podell. I went to school with his daughter, Brittany, at Penn. His son is DJ Cassidy, actually, the famous DJ. And I went to interview with this guy, right? He had been like the Backstreet Boys agent and like all this stuff. Then he was like a heroin junkie for 10 years. Then he came back and was Britney Spears agent, all this crazy shit. He was David Blaine. He discovered David Blaine. He's like a really skinny, crackheady looking dude. And so I show up to interview for a job with this guy, and literally his other assistant, who I'm like interviewing for this person's job, he takes one of those brick like conference phones and throws it across from his assistant. I was like, maybe I don't want this job, but he hired me. I moved to New York 2 weeks before my job was supposed to start. And I show up for work the first day of work, and the lady at the desk tells me I don't have the job. She was like, "Oh, we should have called you, but Johnny's partner's nephew needed a job, so we gave your job to him." I moved to New York City, rented a New York City apartment that I couldn't afford, got wrecked, didn't have a job. I immediately subletted the apartment, moved back to Philadelphia, and focused on Philly Tonight and DJing. Crazy. Talk about like a painful way to start your life career outside of college. Yeah, it was absolutely brutal. So anyways, guys, I'm sure you're sick of listening to me talk about nothing crypto related. I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. for chart requests, which should be fun. Chart requests for my paid subscribers. But yeah, y'all. That's about it. If you're one of the people who won the contest, name's down there. Email me. The instructions are there. But hey, guys, it's been really real. You guys are awesome. Had a good time. I'll see you tomorrow.